So I just learned something big, y'all. And I haven't totally processed it yet. So I'm going to try and I'm I'm going to help her, everybody. If you haven't seen my videos, God talks through my mouth. So I just learned through a viewer asking a question. She wanted to know if a particular prophet was hearing from God. And so I went to his channel, and it was obvious he wasn't. However, as we were watching it, see, all this time I haven't understood this false prophet thing. First of all, why would God allow false prophets? Second of all, I'm no Bible expert, but I know that the Bible story about the false prophets, I believe in the Old Testament, kind of showed that those people thought they were hearing from God. So anyway, up until this point, he hasn't given me any information on what false prophets are doing or who's behind it. So I just learned, this is crazy. I just learned that God, he talks to people and they think they're prophets and then they go out and do their thing. He's not totally giving them true prophecy, but they're having they know they're dealing with the supernatural. And the reason God allows this and causes it is because Satan has no discernment. And he cannot tell which prophets are pretty much approved by God and which aren't. So this explains a lot why God makes prophecy so difficult to understand. So this is a lot to unpack. So you have this human being who God sends enough visions to that they believe they're a prophet, and they're often very greedy people. So he'll take a greedy person and give them kind of mixed messages. Then when they speak, Satan doesn't know, he doesn't know which plans are going to happen and which aren't, because all the prophets are giving slightly different messages. Pretty cool, huh? We are entering into the most exciting time in history. And there's going to be a lot of wild rides ahead. But if you are blessed with the gift of discernment, you will be able to discern who's getting true messages from me and who is not. Eventually, it won't matter, because everything I want to say will have been released. I don't know what that means. Everything he wants to say will have been released. Maybe he'll stop. I'm not going to stop talking to my prophets, but I am going to stop talking to the wrong ones. Okay. So he's kind of going to show me though, people are going to get a wake-up call, like these false prophets who have been making money from the suffering of my son. They're going to have a come to Jesus meeting. But right now, and I don't know for how long because he doesn't really give times, very rarely. And if I ever do, you can't always trust that it is in human time. Like if he says something will be like in one day, like one day to him can be who knows what, because he's up there. And then he doesn't have to consider himself a liar, because God time is totally different than human time, because there is no time. Time is time is actually like the fake world. Like real reality has no time, and God made this special environment for us to have time. And yet our brains think that nothing can exist without time. He's taken me way off track. All right. So stay tuned here. If you ever see a prophet asking for money, it's you might have a pastor in a church who they take offering for the congregation, but you should not have true prophets asking for your money when they have nothing to do with it. However, if there ever came a time when a true prophet were to prove that they were doing my will with your money, that would be different. And no, that is not going to be Kimberly. Kimberly would let you know that you can trust them. So you'll never hear me asking for any money, and you will not hear any of the prophets that rise up and become powerful asking for your money. All right, so a little more information on false prophets. Have a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon. God bless you all. Amen.